The games are about to begin. You're watching Butler Esports.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we go, the grand finale, what we have all been waiting for. It is Ball State, the 2 seed, versus Indiana University, the 1 seed, for all to play here. There is no more bracket after this. There's nothing left to be acquired. This is for everything.
It's going. I hope, and pray that it does not end the same way that it did last time. Because, granted, my voice hurts. I'm tired. But I want to cast 2 more games. I don't want it to end.
I want to see some good Valorant. You want to see some good Valorant. The folks at home want to see some good Valorant. And just to remind you, IU has a 1 map advantage since they are the winners bracket seed of this. So if IU wins 1 map, they are the grand champions. Ball State has to win 2 maps, back-to-back maps, to become the grand champions. And here we go into our first map, which is Icebox. Pretty standard comps from both teams. Both duelists, Enjoy and Tien, have opted for that ISO role.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of to be expected. And I strictly remember seeing Tien on ISO one time, an insane 1v3 play on Icebox specifically, making Ball State win that specific game. And I hope, for Ball State's sake, that they can make something happen this game. But like you said, we're seeing pretty similar comps between the 2 teams. I'm pretty sure the only difference is that they're, instead of the Clove that is on Ball State's side, they have instead opted for a Jet on the side of IU. I wonder if that's going to be the difference as we hop into this game for round 1.
Yeah, and as you saw me probably drawing on my notes there, Pitt is usually the Smokes player and Simbrizi is usually the Sentinel player, but they have swapped roles just for this match, it looks like. As you see, Simbrizi is on the Viper, and it is Pitt on that Killjoy for this map. And it looks like Ball State is going to start defense on the defensive side of the map, and IU will be starting attack. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Phobos wants to be aggressive here on A site, and it's walls down, and away we go for the grand finals. IU versus Ball State. Here we go. And it's all going to start slow. All that build up for nothing. We're starting slow, starting nice and calm. It's just going to be info gathering sessions for both sides of the ball. And Optin on the Jet, lurks all the way up through A, gets 1, dashes, get 2. What a play there from Optin. Just absolutely amazing aim. Gets 2 with that Ghost already. Can he get a 3rd on Grim? He does get a 3rd. He's on for the 8th. Ball State are getting ripped apart by this Jet right now. Can he get more? Is there more left in the tank for him? Fraggleton is able to try to claw back. He gets Enjoy, but Optin is not done yet. Can he get Fraggleton? No, Fraggleton is not done yet. The ball is now rolling in favor of Ball State. Fraggleton shooting immensely great shots. Right now it is Fraggleton and Rebo have it all to do. The swing from Dove gets traded by Rebo, who gets traded by Simbrizi. First round goes to IU.
Unfortunately for Ball State, Jet could find those shots. There's nothing that they can do.
Spike planted.
Deviation from protocol will not be tolerated.
Placing sentry. Last player standing.
Destabilizing. I'm ready.
And 2, Enjoy and Opted are wanting this 2-0 against Ball State, and it looks like that might happen. Except this round, now both teams are on somewhat of even playing fields. Except Pitt for the side of IU just opted to just buy a sheriff this round since he didn't really have much to work with. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if that really turns the tide as we hop into this next round.
Yeah, IU is now on what we call the bonus round, where they just save the weapons that they had from last round and use those so they can full buy the next time. And IU looking to do a really nice A-hit on Ball State here, but can Ball State defend it? Are they going to over-rotate? Is IU going to rotate out? We do not know, but Druff is positioned on pipes here in that clove smoke. He Sova darts out, gets a little bit of info. Great shock dart there from Grim, gets a little bit of damage onto Opted. As you can see on the map, look where Pitt is positioning himself. He's all the way lurked up through tube, all the way lurked up through mid, just waiting for a timing on a Ball State player. And here, now Pitt, you can see, starting to rotate out, just starting to see what he can find, what value he can find from this lurk. And IU just waiting to execute this hit. However, they are hitting right into Ball State's 3-stack, so they have to do this perfectly if they want to get it done. And Druff catches Phobos completely off guard. And Fraggleton's able to get a trade on the Pit that happened mid. That was a 2 lurkers. But Grim trying to find some shots, and he's not able to get it as Simbrizi with the 2K with that Guardian. It is now Fraggleton and Rebo versus the 3 players left of IU. Rebo is on that flank. I don't know if IU expected. They do now. They know he's there because of that Viper, because of that snake bite, the Viper Molly. And they're going to have to play this flawlessly and together if they want to win this round. And there we go. Fraggleton plays off his turret. Rebo plays off the contact with Fraggleton. That was exactly what Ball State had to do to win that round. That was perfect from them so far. Now they have to play this together. Enjoy is on 3 health. Can they get it done? They do. Rebo finishes it off. Great play from both of those top tier players.
That is exactly what Ball State needed when they are at the top. When IU is on that eco round, they needed to find it, and find it they did. They had him below one of the players, and the other player just sneaking right behind. Exactly the position that they were looking for. But now this round, IU's gonna go for more of a full buy. One thing that we were definitely expecting out of this. And then also Ball State's gonna match that exact same thing. So both teams are on equal playing field. But one thing that's sticking out to me, ISO ult and Jet ult, 1 orb a piece away from being able to be activated. That could mean disaster for any gunfight that happens in this next round.
Yes, you said it correctly. You said it perfectly even. Those are 2 huge ultimates that both sides are about to be very close to having. And now we have a very quick B hit from IU that's going to force Rebo off of the site. Looks like they're going to regroup, and they're going to have to play retake here. But here we go. The ISO wall is going to stop the plant. Who's going to win? TN or Simbrizi? It's going to be TN. Completely stops the plant, and Joy's going to have to retake the spike. Try to get the plant down once again. He does get that plant down for IU, and he gets a pick to go along with it. That puts numbers favors in IU 3-4.
That is exactly. Granted, TN found exactly what Ball State needed. He found that ult. He found the quick shot off of Viper. But after that, he just couldn't do anything about it. And we also saw the other ISO ultimate being used, where Opted also shoots Phobos at the same exact time. There's just so much action going on in this one. And Pitt sneaks up right behind him. Grim and Fraggleton had no idea. And that is a quick and simple and easy round for IU.
Pitt had an amazing lurk there. I'd say a Fraggleton-esque lurk there from Pitt. Great stuff from him as he was able to not only lurk up through mid, but also flank and finish off that round, giving it to IU, and that puts Ball State into an eagle, which is not where they want to be, going into a must-win situation.
No, that's absolutely not. But at the same time, Fraggleton 1 orb away from that ultimate, but on the other side, Breezy 1 away from that pit. That Viper pit is not going to be pretty when this team is trying to get onto a site. Ball State cannot afford these simple little mistakes anymore.
And here comes the IU team of Valorant doing a quick hit onto A here. It looks like Breezy is lurking up. He's already on pipes. He wants to see if he can catch a Ball State member off guard. He's not going to see anybody quite yet. And don't forget that Ball State do have weaker weaponry here, so they have to play very, very smart if they want to win this round. And here comes the entry from IU. The KJ Mollies come out. The ISO vulnerables come out. Philip is able to find one before he dies. And Grim gets 2 because they're all decayed from that great Viper wall that Rebo has put up. It's now a 3v2 for Ball State. They do have to retake. They do have worse weaponry, but they can still win this. If they're able to play together, if they're able to play this to perfection, this is not over for Ball State. And that is not what they needed. They did not need to lose those 2 players, but Repo, with a great flank, with a great lurk, only has a bucket to his name and a 4K for Enjoy to finish it off.
They definitely were looking for those picks, but they just could not find them. All of a sudden, IU getting straight onto the site, getting straight onto exactly what they wanted. They knew what they wanted, and they executed it flawlessly. And now you're seeing Ball State, while they do have decent weaponry between all of their players, IU just has so much extra money in their pockets. 2 of their members having 5,000 credits. This is not looking good for Ball State as we go into this next round. And Opted already using the Jet ultimate. Did not spend any credits and just using all this and finds the first one. Finds Rebo right off the bat.
Yeah, it's just starting to snowball for IU with that credit situation, with that economy situation. Ball State have to put a halt to it now, and if they don't, unless they want it to get completely out of control. Fraggleton holding a really, really nice angle there. That is an angle I've not seen yet, but Pitt destroys that turret mid. I've said this so many times, but that creates so many question marks, takes away so much info for the side of Ball State. That is a great play there from Pitt. And now what looked like a B hit, they're now an A hit. They rotated. Tien expects it though, gets a kill, is able to get out, employs that double tap. So now a shield will be on Tien. It doesn't matter. Pitt is just better. Pitt gets the kill through Tien. Now 2v4 for Ball State. Not looking good. Grim is next to fall. Now Fraggleton all by himself and falls to Pitt. The KJ diff comes out. It's now 1-5 in favor of IU.
This is certainly looking grim for Ball State, and I know Grim will not like us using his name in that way, but it's just what is happening in this game. And Raptors, the coach for Ball State University, is not liking what he's seeing at all. Starting this time out, what could they possibly do here?
They just have to think about how are they able to stop these insane pushes from this double duelist comp of IU. They need to figure out a way to either play a very good retake or just stop them from getting on site altogether, because so far they have not had an answer. And Raptors, the Raptors, the Ball State coach, needs to think of something, needs to hype their players back up, give them the motivation, and give them the confidence going into this latter half of the first half.
Yeah, this is definitely not where Ball State wants to look. Enjoy right now being 10-2, Opted being 8-4. This is what IU want their duelists to look like. Their duelists have to be on top. Their duelists have to be looking for them, and finding them are they. It's just looking so bad for the side of Ball State. But now the timeout is officially over. Both teams are now going to go back. They're going to see what they could possibly figure out. Ball State needs to find some way to crack this double duelist code. They will have to find a way, even with the lower weapons and the lower econ that they are currently in as the walls go down.
Yeah, Ball State losing that last round is forced onto the eco. Is not good. Phobos is completely forced off the short angle that he was trying to play with that stinger. And already IU has taken so much space A main. They're just once again putting up so much pressure, and Ball State is just not being able to answer it so far. But are IU going to commit to A? Here comes the Druff. Here comes the Silva drone from Druff. And look at that, little Silva drone saying hi to each other out there. And here we go. Opted now with the dash to entry and immediately rotates out. So it's interesting. He used some util just to basically sell the fake, and Rebo was buying none of it. Still sitting there waiting for the shotgun. He gets the Vandal. He gets a second before falling to drop. Great play there from Rebo. You can always expect him to be in those very weird angles, ratting around with great stuff from him. TN trying to give them more numbers, gets killed by Opted. Opted gets a second one on Fraggleton, but the Sova ult comes out. There goes the lockdown destroyed. Frag's lockdown is completely destroyed. The Sova ult from Grim gets no value. It's a 1v3 now. Grim versus the entirety, not the entirety, but 3 players of IU. He's not going to get it done. But the Viper's Pit was also invested from IU.
It might not have been the entire team of IU, but it might as well have been. Grim just could not find that opening, and Viper Pit going down at the very last moment made it almost impossible for him to get back on the site. 1v3 plus Viper Pit, there's not much that he can do about that. But now this round, Ball State now has what they need. They can buy this round and hopefully try putting some sort of end for the side of IU, but it's definitely going to be hard with 7,000 credits on one of their best members of IU right now.
IU has guaranteed at worst a tie. Yes, at worst, a tie for them going into the second half. So even if they lose these next 5 rounds, they will be tied going into the half. So great first half play from IU so far. And once again, Opted is taking so much space, B main. He's scaled up so far, and Ball State just won't expect him to be there yet. And Ball State just doesn't have any answers for these early game scales.
No, absolutely not. But we're already seeing, we're seeing Viper Pit already being used on A site, but nobody is over there. Nobody from the side of IU is over there. They're all just waiting on B site. And now that they're actually making noise over there, Ball State is actually now starting to rotate some of their members. Still not all of their members.
Yeah, Rebo's going to have to completely abandon his Viper's Pit, unfortunately for Ball State. And Joy is trying to get that plant off, but he's just getting utility spammed. And because that plant is not down yet, Rebo is staying A with that Viper's Pit, just in case they try to rotate out. And now you can see TN in the background also thinks that IU are going to rotate out, but they are not. Once again, they're trying for the plant. Ball State are already there, though. They're going to have to back up. They're going to have to play retake. And here comes Rebo, all the way from A side, running over to B. Opted once again on top of that yellow box, playing the weird angles, as you would expect a Jet or a Chamber main to do. But TN is able to ult. I missed it. TN ult and gets Jet off that angle. Good stuff there from TN. That was close. And the ultimate comes out from Juff. The Sova Hunter's Fury plays a great post plant, but Phobos is on an angle that, that Endure did not expect. Now it's Fraggleton and Phobos. Druff is off site because he was using his Hunter's Fury. Fraggleton falls to Druff. Now it's Phobos by himself. He gets one. The spike is half. There's Druff. No, he's going to sneak and he gets it. Great stuff from Phobos. Even gets the 3K to finish it out. Good stuff. He's been playing good all day and he does it once again.
Absolutely, absolutely. You said it absolutely perfectly. That was the clutch round from Ball State. Ball State needed this. This could be the stop of the momentum for IU. This could mean the absolute end for their reign. But even though, like you said before, they have at worst a 6-6. If Ball State can take all of these games, it still will not matter in their heads. But we'll see what Ball State can do when we go into this round when the walls go down.
You said it perfectly. Ball State found some answers there to Purdue. It wasn't a perfect victory, but at least they got the job done in the end. They're now going to have to keep that up if they want a chance. Going into second half, and Rebo gets double swung and will instantly fall to Enjoy. And Opted once again playing his favorite angle. He loves that angle, doesn't he?
He really does.
You've seen him play. Like, that's the 3rd time already this map he's played it. Fraggleton's trying to deny the plant here. He puts some damage into some Breezy, but he doesn't finish off because he just doesn't know he's there. And and Opted will actually get Fraggleton. He's trying to lurk up yellows. It's completely expected. Opted will kill Phobos. Now it's a 1v4 for TN. Opted looking for the 4K. He's going to fall to TN. And now TN might save his weapon. I believe that's what he's doing because Ball State, if they lose this, are forced onto an eco. No, he just turns around and dies to Enjoy.
He was definitely just waiting for somebody to come around. He was waiting for them to get greedy, but there's just nothing he could have done about, like, he could have ran, he could have done something else, but then they would have just done search and destroy. This would not have been a planned mission anymore. This would have been, you find him and you kill him. Nothing more, nothing less. But now, 3 ultimates up from the side of IU. This is going to be a challenge for Ball State to try making something happen, especially when they're on their eco round. It feels like Ball State has been on this eco round so much in this game. It is saddening for them.
Yeah, Phobos taking this orb, scaling up very quickly, gonna fall back after taking it. Phobos now has his ult if he wants to invest it for this eco round. And IU once again they're taking this space A main, and then they're sitting, they're waiting. They're either biding their time and going to rotate, or biding their time and waiting to psych out Ball State. But anyways, the Druff, he's going to use that silver drone once again. That was a lot of information. Information that ISO used to get somebody, and he finds Phobos. That's 4 members of Ball State fall just like that. Bang, 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 bang. And now it's a 1v4 for Rebo, who's all by himself. No point in saving because all he has is a Bucky. So let's see what he does here.
I mean, what is he really going to do here, if I'm going to be completely honest? It's just a lonely Viper with a Bucky. He's going to have to get on site somehow. But what happens when he gets on site? They almost have this entire site locked down. Now they're doing this search and destroy mission. They're just trying to find Rebo. Rebo, if he's trying to save this Bucky, he's doing a fantastic job. But like you said, I don't know if it's really worth to save this Bucky when he's going to have the credits next round.
I think he's just waiting for someone to walk into his crosshair. He does have that shotgun, so if they try to go a little too close range to fight him, he dies to Spike. That's what happened. So you die to Spike, you get a little bit more credits than if you don't die. So that is why Rebo
So
ended up
every
dying.
little bit counts. That's what he's thinking right now.
Exactly.
And Raptors is not exactly liking what he's seeing, and neither are the members of Ball State. Their KDAs are not looking the greatest right now. Opted absolutely popping off 16-6 on the Jet.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. Ball State just not able to deliver the game that they delivered against Purdue just now. They're just, I said it earlier, but they're just lacking answers. These IU pushes, these IU attacks, these IU entries, these IU executes, everything has just been too aggressive, too perfected for Ball State to counter, and they just haven't been able to counter it just yet. They've done it twice, but only twice. And even if even if IU lose out the rest of this half, they're going to go in the second half 8-4, up 4 points. So Ball State really has to start taking rounds off them, and they have to do it now.
It is looking really, really, really bad. And I hope that what Raptors is going to say to them will get them in the right mentality, in the right mindset, giving them their strategies that they need. As the timeout is now going, we're going to go back to the game and see what happens.
Yeah, here we go. IU once again looking to put most of their resources towards one site instead of favoring a default or a split strategy. They are putting 4 of their agents on the B site. One of theirs down middle to do a nice lurk. And Opted, here comes the Jet ult, is going to completely force Rebo off the point. And Opted is not able to get Rebo. Rebo was just able to sneak out barely by the tip of his chin. And now they've scaled all the way up to behind yellow. Ball State going to be able to counter this push that IU have once again put on. The plant is coming out for Pitt. For IU, he gets it down and then runs out of that Viper smoke before taking too much damage. And now it's a 5v5 retake for Ball State. They have to go to perfection, and Grim catches Optic completely off guard. He thinks about putting out his drone, but he says, no, I'm gonna fight. It is attacker killjoy. That means IU has used the lockdown. If Ball State don't get out, and Grim destroys that last second. What a play from Grim. And there we go. It's a flawless round for Ball State. Phobos finishes it off.
Is this the same Ball State that I was just watching? This is a completely different team! What happened this game? I don't understand. That was a fantastic execution. I don't know what Raptors has going for him. I don't know what kind of playbook he has. I don't know what happened. But he may have found the code in order for Ball State to potentially take this game. It is 3-8 still, but Ball State are still not out of this game yet.
They definitely found the answers, and it seemed to be the answer was even though there's a lockdown, even though there's that KJ ultimate, let's just push through it. We're going to catch them off guard and then end up destroying it anyways. And that worked to perfection. Like, basically all of Ball State's players were inside that Killjoy ultimate with time ticking down, and Grim was able to get it at the last second, which was huge. And now we see the off from Opted. Just amazing shot there, and is able to get Phobos for the first blood of this round. But Rebo finds an equalizing pick on B, on mid. Great stuff from Rebo, and is now going to be a 4v4 with all of IU's agents on A site. They have no info B. As a matter of fact, Rebo has already scaled the entirety of B and is now going to sit on an off angle, waiting for a rotate. And here we go. Opted for IU, looking to scale up A. He's already made the space. He's got his team on site. The plant will come down very soon. Going to be a 4v4 retake for Ball State with Rebo on the flank, 3 coming from CT. Are they gonna able to get it done? And Grim denies the plant with his Hunter's Fury, with his solo ult, and they're gonna have to try to get the spike replanted. They do get it down in the end, but Fraggleton with the pre-fire, great stuff from him. Druff will get the equalizing pick, and Optin will get the trade onto Fraggleton. Now it's Grim all by himself in a 1v2 versus Druff and Optin. Spike is down. Grim has to play aggressive here. Grim has to catch him off guard. That's the only thing he can do to win this round. He gets Druff, but he does not expect Optin to be in heaven.
Unfortunately, Opted just went too far up. Just originally didn't see him. So originally, it looked like Grim had a really good positioning. But as soon as he went in on Druff, Druff just gave him the code. Druff said, Opted, kill this man. Get this man off of me. Get this man off my screen. And now we're going to see if Ball State could do what IU has been doing this entire time and dominate while they are on the attacking side as we go to the swap.
Yes, they have to dominate, as you've been saying, unless they do not want to be grand champions. They have to pull this map out of the bag. They have to bring it back, or else their tournament is over for them. And here we go. Just take a nice deep breath, relaxing my voice, calming my throat. And here we go. It's going to be a early aggression towards B site for Ball State. Phobos clearing his angles. They scaled up with that Viper wall, and it drops. Now they're able to play in front of it. And that Viper wall is just a great wall there from Rebo. I believe Simbrizi is using the same one, but it allows you to scale twice up through B, which is very, very great stuff there. And Grim is actually opting for the Sheriff here, which is unusual for him, but I like the aggression. I like the confidence. As Ball State is now going to try to get the plant down. Grim is going for it. It gets denied, I believe. Yes, he gets mollied out and he gets shot out. But Rebo on the lurk is going to get taken down by Druff. That is not good because now they've lost all their info A. And Enjoy is playing aggressive. Gets 1, gets 2. Does not get a third, but Opted is able to find that trade. Anyways, now Phobos all by himself will fall to Simbrizi.
Unfortunately, Ball State just could not find it. They need to play this so aggressively, but even on pistol round, they can't afford to make these big mistakes they've been making, because now it is 3-10. This deficit between the two teams is almost impossible for them to even match. It is so bad for them right now, but we'll see what happens. Where now they're gonna be obviously them losing the pistol round. That's really bad for them. Now we're seeing we're seeing the whole credit difference. It's looking like a drought for Ball State, but let's see if they can pull it out.
Yeah, best case scenario, Ball State is down 6 points after this round. But worst case scenario, that is most likely they're down 8 points. So Ball State have to find answers, and they have to find them quick. Tien, with only a classic, is trying to scale as much as he possibly can. Is going to force Opted off that angle. But look at this, Enjoy has a Vandal. What are Ball State going to be able to do against this Vandal if all they have is Sheriffs and Classics? And like I said, they can't do anything. Enjoy is going to get Fraggleton through the wall, and Ball State is going to have to rotate over to B after they've lost a man on A side, and they are able to do that because Rebo has kept all that space that entire time, and they spam through that Viper wall heaven, and they force Simbrizi off of that angle. It's gonna be a 2v2, and Pitt is able to get Grim. Rebo gets a trade, and Tien. Rebo actually gets 2. So great stuff there from Rebo using that Sheriff, able to just completely destroy the defenses that were on B. So now it's gonna be a 3v3 retake for IU. But look at this. Great flank. Great lurk
enemy
from
remaining.
Phobos, but it gets spotted by Optic. And at the same time, Druff gets a kill with his Spectre. And Druff finishes it off. Gets Revo. And now it's 3-11 in favor of IU. Ball State need answers.
Ball State, they might need answers, but they just can't find it. And if they found it, it might just be too late for them. 3-11. It is not looking good right now. But Ball State at least has that little bit of hope. They have the 5 Vandals with the shields, while IU is going to be sitting on the weapons that they saved from last round. They need to find something this round. They need to find something. They need to bring life back into their game if they have any hope. While it is now 3-11 as the walls go down in this amazing match of Ball State versus IU.
Yes, here we go. Ball State showing early aggression on that B side. Once again, Breezy taking a quick pop shot with that Sheriff, seeing he can get a free kill. Is not able to and is going to fall back. And now we have Fraggleton has scaled all the way through A, trying to scale through pipes, while his teammates are scaling through B, trying to make noise, trying to make sound. This seems to be like a fake B, a hit, but Enjoy is going to push Fraggleton off that angle. Fraggleton has to back all the way up. We're watching this on the minimap, and Fraggleton is going to run away and regroup with the rest of his team. And now Breezy is posted on this angle. Phobos might not clear this. Oh, if Breezy could only see what we're seeing, he had the best timing in the world right now. Oh, and he does! No one clears yellow. It's detrimental for Ball State. He gets traded, but that is a Vandal loss for Ball State and a Sheriff loss for IU. Not what Ball State would want. Now still, a 4v4 equal match for Ball State and IU, but IU have it all to do. They have to retake here. The Maul is going to come out. We're going to clear off back yellow. Going to give some time to defuse the spike. Enjoy finds 2, though. He is just absolutely having a match of his own. And the ice wall comes out for Enjoy. Pit and Rebo trade each other off. Enjoy. Grim actually wins Enjoy, but his body's being spammed. And that will be the bonus round lost for Ball State. Force them into an 4-spot eco match point.
The 4-spot eco is not what you want to be in right now if you are Ball State. Even though Grim pulled out the insane 1v1 in that ISO ult, it doesn't even matter because he doesn't have the numbers. The rest of his team was dead, and the other teammates of IU were just camping that spawn timer. And right now, it is looking amazing if you are a fan of IU. But Ball State right now needs to never drop a single round in order for them to win. It is looking really, really bad. And we'll see if they can pull something out as the walls go down for what might be the last game of this tournament.
Yes, and it's full. Oh, and Rose and Tien just dies instantly. So does Fraggleton. Revo gets one of them, but it's not looking good at all for Ball State. Now a 3v4 with worse weapons, with worse shields. Down a man, has not planted spike. None of Ball State's resources are connected right now. They have 3 people playing completely apart from each other. And they're just going to have to win these 1v1s now. They're just going to have to win these. I mean, there's nothing else to say. And Enjoy is killing Phobos, shooting the body. The toxicity is kind of uncalled for. But, alright. Grim is able to get at least something. He is able to get a pick on Breezy. But now he's going to plant B and try to hold Spike all by himself in the 1v3. What can he do? Is he able to keep Ball State's hopes in this tournament alive? Or will IU be crowned the grand champions? We will see. It's going to happen quick as Enjoy and Drop are going to do a quick execute. Grim's able to get one, but he's going to be forced off as Opti is going to spam through the smoke and get him. IU will be your grand champions for this tournament for Battle for Indiana of Valorant. Great stuff from IU. They've been dominating the entire tournament. They dominated that map, and they have won. So I just want to say thank you everybody for watching this entire stream. Thank you for sticking around through all 7 maps that we have casted today. It has been an absolute joy, an absolute pleasure to spend this time with you guys. And would you like to say anything before we close it out?
I would like to thank everyone there. Thank you to the players. Thank you to the production team here at Butler to make this entire thing possible. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to those that are watching. It has been phenomenal. Even though my throat hurts, I'm tired. I'm sure you feel the exact same way. We had a little bit of sub-winner systems, but I think it's time to wrap it up.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and congrats to IU on your grand champion. Bye.
Congrats, guys.
Thank you for watching. For more updates, follow the Butler Esports socials at Butler Esports.